Hi, this is TapCat, and today I would like to help you kill some Andromedons. Now, all you have to do is take one look at these guys to tell that they're tough, but there's a lot going on under the surface as well, so let's break that down. The first thing you need to know about them is that you literally have to kill an Andromedon twice. In its first phase, it is an organic alien who is attacking you using a combat suit. And once you kill that, then the suit takes over and attacks you as a robot. So let's talk about phase 1 first. It will have 4 armor, unless you're playing on rookie, and then it'll be 3. And it is capable of taking advantage of cover. It also has 10 defense. Now, as I mentioned, it does count as an organic enemy, but despite that, you can't poison it. And it won't burn even if you use an incendiary grenade or acid or an attack like that. Now, on the other side of the coin, it has a variety of ways to attack you. It can hit you with a melee punch. It can use a plasma weapon at range. And then if you have a few soldiers clustered together, it has an equivalent of an acid bomb it will throw your way. So how do you bring this guy down? Well, for starters, you can open up with either a grenadier that has shredding, or if any soldier has AP rounds, it'll go right past that armor. Failing that, you can still use an acid bomb to shred the armor, you just won't get the subsequent burn damage. Also, a plasma grenade will do in a pinch. The main thing is you just want to get at least some of that armor out of the way so that the squad can push damage through. Now, once you've managed to chip away some of his health and armor, Ranger is going to be ideal to get this first phase kill. And the reason I say that is because the Andromedon is taking advantage of cover at this phase, he is able to be flanked. And flanking with a Ranger gives a significant bonus to your chance to crit. So if you position him well, you should have a full 100%, basically a guaranteed hit, guaranteed crit. And assuming your Ranger has untouchable, once you get that kill, even though the thing's going to come back, it doesn't matter. It'll still trigger your untouchable ability. Now, why is that important? We're going to cover that in just a second. So let's talk about phase 2. First of all, you should know that if you do any damage above and beyond what's needed to take him out the first time, it does not spill over to this phase. So if he only had 1 health and you do 10 damage, all you did really is 1. And he will come back. So he will be reborn in a way. The good news is, even if you didn't get rid of all the armor before, it will be gone now. Also, any status effects that were on him, so hollow targeting or any kind of debuff or anything like that, those are going to disappear as well. Now, the good news is he will no longer take advantage of cover, and he can only attack with his melee punch. He also no longer gets any defense whatsoever. Now, this is, by the way, why I suggested using the Ranger during phase 1, because since he doesn't use cover, he's no longer flankable. And you'll probably have around a 65% chance to get a critical hit instead of it being guaranteed. Now, as I mentioned earlier, at this point, he will count as a robotic enemy. And that means blue screen rounds are going to be very effective. Now, usually what I like to do is put blue screen rounds on a grenadier for purposes just like this, and a single attack with chain shot is usually enough to take out this entire phase of an Andromedon all by itself. Of course, if you need to, you can just mop up using your sniper or, pretty much anybody else. As a side note, if it looks like the Andromedon is going to be alive for its own turn during phase 1, I do recommend using any kind of crowd control you have access to, so a mimic beacon, a frost bomb if you're playing with alien hunters, to help keep the squad safe. Now, one final note, if you did use your Ranger to kill the phase 1 portion, and that triggered untouchable. You can shift priority to kill other targets at that point. Because the Andromedon is very likely to use melee on whoever is standing closest to him, basically he's just going to waste his attack on an untouchable ranger. So almost anything else I would actually give higher priority once you've taken out phase 1 if he's standing next to an untouchable ranger. All right, I think we've hit the high points. Now, hopefully, if you've made it this far, you found the video helpful. If so, please give it a like so other people can find it too. And if you want to see more here on the channel, then by all means, hit that subscribe button. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.